everybody. I'm glad that you could join me today. I'm going to talk to you about a musical instrument, but I'm going to first start off with a question. What musical instrument does Kenny G play?
Xylophone.
Clarinet.
No, it's definitely not clarinet. He plays saxophone, but we're not going to talk about that today. What we're going to talk about today is the clarinet, and we're going to talk about the history of the clarinet. We're going to talk about the parts of the clarinet. We're going to talk about putting the clarinet together, and then finally we're going to talk about how to play the clarinet. So first to start off, we're going to start with the Italian word, which is clarino, and it means trumpet, and then the suffix et, which means little. So you put them together and it means little trumpet. The first clarinets tended to sound like trumpets. Now they don't sound like that so much. It was invented in Germany by Johann Christoph Denner, and it was during the turn of the 18th century, and it evolved from the recorder. And the recorder is that little annoying plastic instrument that kindergartens use to play Mary Had a Little Lamb over and over. The woodwind instrument is a clarinet, and the reason why it's called a woodwind instrument, it is a thin piece of reed wood that is used, it vibrates by blowing through it and it creates sound. The clarinet can be used for jazz, orchestras, solo playing, any of that. So it's very, very versatile. They have the largest range of any other woodwind instrument, such as saxophone or flute. And when I say largest range, that means that based on its middle note, it can play higher and lower than any other instrument. The clarinet can be made from grenadilla wood or blackwood or plastic, and plastic is typically used for students, beginners, or used in the outdoors. So next we're going to go to the parts of the clarinet. First is the mouthpiece. It is made of plastic or crystal. This one in particular is made of plastic. It holds the reed, which is right here, and the ligature. The next piece is the barrel, and it can be extended to fine-tune the instrument, which is much of the same as knobs on a guitar, to fine-tune it as well. The next part is the upper joint, and this is the first main part of the body of the clarinet. It has holes and keys on it that are operated by the left hand. The second part is the lower joint, which is the other part of the body of the clarinet. It has the holes and keys that are operated by the right hand. And it also has a thumb rest in the back, which allows you to hold onto the clarinet and have control of it so it doesn't fly out of your hands. And then finally, there is the bell of the clarinet. And contrary to popular belief, this does not amplify the sound in any way. What it does is unify the tone in the lower notes of the clarinet. So if I were to play the lowest note on the clarinet without the bell, it's going to be a different note than if I played it with the bell. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to put one together. So you start with the upper joint, and what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the top portion of the keys, and what this does is it lifts up the bridge of the clarinet. Next you're going to take the lower joint, put it in your right hand, while still holding down the top keys. You're going to fit them together. They just screw in, and then you line up the bridge joint right here, so it's a straight line like this. Third, take the bell, you fit that in. Then take the barrel, fit it on the upper joint. Then take the mouthpiece, put it on top. It's a lot easier than it seemed when it was all in pieces. So then you have the ligature, which is going to hold the reed together, and it allows the reed to vibrate and make sound. So you place that on top, like so. Take the reed, which you're going to fit in between the ligature and the mouthpiece, place it on, and what you're going to do is slightly tighten this to where it's just holding it, and then when you put the reed on, you're just going to have a sliver poking out from the top of the mouthpiece. You're barely going to be able to see it. And then you tighten it so the reed doesn't go flying off and your concert is completely ruined. And then finally, what I'm going to teach you is how to play a note on the clarinet. And the particular note I'm going to teach you is G. It's the easiest. You don't have to push down any keys. So I figured that that's going to be the best option for today. First thing you're going to do is you're going to hold with the bottom like this. And then you're going to curl your bottom lip over your teeth. Rest your top teeth on top of the mouthpiece like this. You curl your mouth around it. And then you take a huge deep breath, and then you just blow. Like that, and that's all that it takes. So, who would like to demonstrate? And we've got Scott.
Anyway, Scott, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
And that's how.
Excellent demonstration.
And this is how you play the clarinet. So now you can take away from this speech the fact that maybe when somebody asks you, what is a clarinet? Or they have one, maybe you can impress your friends and play a note even though you've never played a day in your life. Thank you.
Yay!